lead heads. Welcome back to the Talking Lead podcast. This is episode 196. This is going to be a real brief pre-show. I'm going to cut in some SHOT Show interviews that we've been trying to get to for some time now. Actually getting ready to head down to Atlanta for the NRA Annual Meeting. So I've got a lot of packing still to do, and I wanted to get this out for you guys to listen to the show while we're at NRA, getting all kinds of awesome interviews. I've got really cool interviews set up pretty much every day, Friday through Sunday. But if you guys are going to be coming out, make sure that you visit Eagle Imports booth at 4742. We're going to be set up there Friday and Saturday. So if you lead heads and you lead heads are going to be in the area, come by, say hey. And then Sunday, I'm going to be at the High Threat Concealment booth, which is 2211. So if you miss this Friday, Saturday, you're coming out Sunday, we'll be at the High Threat Concealment 2211. And just some of the interviews that we've got set up this week. Tim Harmsen with Military Arms Channel. You guys know Tim. He's been on the show before. Great guy, wealth of information. We're going to have Jonathan Patton with the Gun Collective. Very huge following with him. I know a lot of you lead heads follow Jonathan. This will be the first time that we've had him on the show. That's going to be Sunday over at the High Threat Concealment booth. Friday, we're going to have a whole slew of people. We've got Grunt Style lined up, Hiperfire, 1791 Gun Leather, Tactical Squirrel, which if you guys haven't heard of Tactical Squirrel, that's one of those monthly gift box services. It's really cool what they're doing. So we're going to get them on. They're going to talk more about that. And then several other people we've got set up for that day. And then Saturday right now, we've got the Right On Optics Company set up. There's a company called Range Systems that develops shooting ranges, not only commercially, but they will do private home shooting ranges as well. So that's going to be an interesting interview there too. We're going to have SEAL 1. We'll have the guys from Frontier Tactical on. Modern Spartan Systems, I'm sure, is going to be there. And then we've got several other kind of things in the wings that we're working on that I think you guys are going to really like. So it's going to be a great few episodes coming up with our coverage of the NRA. But before I get into our SHOT Show interviews here, I wanted to let you guys know that I just got back from Arkansas, where I attended the 5th Annual Sheepdog Impact Assistance Charity Ball, and it was amazing, to say the least. Sergeant Major really knows how to put on a fundraiser there, and it was first rate. The guest speakers that he had, the auction items that people donated were phenomenal. If any of you lead heads donated, we greatly appreciate that. If you sent a sheepdog to that charity ball, it is awesome. But for our lead heads that are law enforcement military, if you guys are retired and you haven't heard of Sheepdog Impact Assistance, I highly recommend that you go to their website. It's sheepdogia.org, sheepdogia.org, and find out how you guys can continue that instinct that you have to serve and protect. These guys have great programs that keep our retired military law enforcement, fire department, EMS, emergency services active by organizing disaster recoveries all over the nation. They've got other programs to where they're doing Spartan races, they're jumping out of airplanes, they're scuba diving, helping our wounded warriors stay active, get off the couch. It's a very good program. So check them out at sheepdogia.org and find out, even if you're not, you never served, you're not law enforcement, you're not military, they have opportunities for just the layperson, such as myself. I never served. I was not law enforcement military, but I do take part, and I donate my time, and I want to get involved with some of these disaster recovery missions. I hate to say that, but we're always going to have some sort of a disaster or something that happens. Mother Nature just is that way. But I would really like to get involved in that aspect of it as well. And they do let just the common layperson, if you will, such as myself, you can become a member and you can take part and you can make a difference. The guest speaker that they had, I want to touch real quick on this, Marine Corporal Aaron Mankin. Some of you may have heard of him. He was over in Iraq as a combat correspondent back in 2003. and then he was wounded in 2005. He was in a 25 or 26 ton, one of those huge amphibious assault vehicles, got hit with an IED, and there were several men that lost their lives, and Corporal Mankin suffered third-degree burns, which, I mean, just disfigured his face, his arms, his hands. He's been through numerous operations, but he is a great speaker. If you guys ever get an opportunity to go listen to Corporal Mankin speak, he travels all over the United States, probably the world, and does all kinds of public speaking. He even goes to schools. I mean, this guy's great. He's hilarious. But he's been on the Today Show, Anderson Cooper 360, Dateline, Paul Harvey Radio, NPR, and hopefully soon we'll be bringing him to Talking Lead. I had an opportunity to meet him and tell him a little bit about what we do, and there seemed to be some interest there. So hopefully we can get him on to talk to the Leadhead Nation. And speaking of Leadhead Nation, don't you guys forget about the Leadhead logo design contest that we're having with 1776 United. You've got until the end of next month, which this is April, so May, end of May, to submit your ideas, your designs for your very own Leadhead, Talking Lead Leadhead logo. And he's going to be making shirts and patches out of that logo for right now, maybe do some hats. And the winner is going to get a T-shirt with that logo design on it, a patch with that logo, the classic Talking Lead logo T-shirt, and a $100 1776 United gift card. And then you can buy any and all the Talking Lead or Leadhead shirts that you want. Or, they've got some really cool shirts themselves, too, 1776 designs. And I pretty much wear one every day, a different shirt from 1776. So what you're going to do is you go to their website, and down at the bottom of their website, there's a link that you click on. It says Leadhead Contest, and that's where you go and you submit your designs. So you guys get those in, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick like the top 3 or 4 at the end of the contest, and then let you guys, the Leadheads, pick which one you want from there. So it's going to be fun, and I'm excited to see the new logo. It's been a while. Well, 4 years, we've been running with this Talking Lead logo. That's going to be our main logo. This is just one for you guys, the Leadheads, that you guys can rock and wear out in public and show your support. We greatly appreciate it. So this episode, like I said, we're going to get back into some of our last SHOT Show interviews here. And we're going to get our boys from Aklys Defense, Joe Meaux and the guys. We had them on at SHOT Show at the Glock booth when we were over at Glock. And it's going to be a good interview. We're going to run into them at NRA also. We're going to try to do a pew-pew powwow, maybe Facebook Live or something like that. And that's another thing, you guys. Keep a look out for our Facebook page or Instagram for notices of us doing live interviews during the show. I'm going to attempt to do those, so be on the lookout for that. I'm threatening, so watch out. Another interview from the SHOT Show, 2017 SHOT Show. We did an interview with Streamlight and Cap Arms, so that's going to be on here. And CJ Johnson with Wolf Ammo. You also know CJ from the Big 3 East. We get an opportunity to talk to him. He tells us a little more about Wolf and what they've got going on, and he brings his buddy Steve, and they've got some cool uppers that they're selling as well, AR uppers. So those guys get into that, tell us about that a little bit too. So a big thanks to all the sponsors that make this show possible. Make sure whenever you guys get an opportunity to support those companies, please do, and please remind them that you are Leadheads. Frontier Tactical, those guys just recently came out with their own line of ARs, and in my opinion, I mean, it's one of the coolest concepts that anybody's come out with for an AR-15. So you've got the ability to, from your one platform, shoot up to 90 different calibers with just changing out your barrel section of your AR-15 by using their Warlock multi-caliber adapter system. But what's really cool, what they've been doing lately is, they've designed their own line of ARs, the FT series. They've come out with an AR-15 pistol, and it is the ultimate truck gun. So you've got one that basically could fit inside a purse. It's a larger purse, obviously, but it could break down to the point to where you could get everything to fit inside a purse, inside a lady's purse or a man's purse, if you will. I don't judge, but and then have the ability to shoot up to 90 different calibers from that as well. I mean, that's amazing. So make sure you guys check them out. Frontier Tactical, their website frontiertactical.com. X Steel Targets.
X Steel Targets.
The best, most affordable AR-500 steel targets on the market today. And wide variety of targets for you guys to shoot. If you've never shot a steel target, you only shoot paper, or you hang up 2-liter bottles and shoot those, you're missing out. You need to shoot some steel targets. There's nothing more satisfying than that ting you get when you hit the target on a AR-500 steel target. They custom design targets, so if there's nothing that they have there that really suits your needs, get in touch with Bud, and he can custom make something for you. But I think they'll probably have exactly what you're looking for on their website. Just check them out at xsteeltargets.com. Modern Spartan Systems. They're going to set you up with everything you need to keep your firearms lubed and cleaned and ready to go. And they've also got some products for your vehicle. I've talked about that here recently on my trip to Arkansas. Actually, it was on my way back from Arkansas. The old lead sled tripped over the 300,000-mile mark, and that's largely due to the TVT oil additive, engine additive that they have designed that gets in there just like their oil does in your gun into the metal and really seals and protects that metal. So I'm hoping to get another 100,000, knock on wood, 200,000, knock on wood, out of the old lead sled, but we'll see. I'm using the TVT product in there, and it's doing good so far. And then I want to go ahead and give a big thanks to Eagle Imports for sponsoring us for Friday and Saturday SHOT Show, and High Threat Concealment also for sponsoring us on Sunday. Make sure you guys go and check them out. Eagle Imports, they carry Bursa, Grand Power, Metro Arms, Comanche, and they're in with Rob Pincus on designing that PD-10 with Avidity arms. So they've got a wide variety of awesome handguns that you guys need to check out. So make sure you go to Eagle Imports, and then they've got links to all their different brands that they import in that you guys can check out. Some really cool competition guns, too. Really anxious to get my hands on a couple of those, even though I don't shoot competition. But you never know. That may get me in it. And then High Threat Concealment, those guys make, in my opinion, the sleekest, coolest personal carry rigs that you can have. I mean, the sole purpose in their design, these guys were operators, and when you're overseas and in these foreign countries, you don't want to stand out like a sore thumb. So their rigs are designed to be very concealable under your shirt, your jacket, whatever it may be, but still be able to carry, your arsenal, guns, magazines, medical kits, everything that you need. So check them out at highthreatconcealment.com. And I will see you guys. I will be back with you guys next week with some NRA interviews. And like I said, if you get the opportunity to come down there, make sure you look us up. Eagle Imports, booth 4742, High Threat Concealment, booth 2211. And then 1776 is going to be set up there also selling T-shirts, selling Talking Lead T-shirts at the All-Star Tactical booth, which is booth 5218. So make sure that you drop by booth 5218. All-Star Tactical 1776 United will be there carrying the Talking Lead Classic T-shirt logo design. Oh, and one other thing, I forgot. Trump's going to be there at NRA. He's supposed to be there Friday. So I've got a press pass to go to that. Obviously, I doubt I'll be able to get him on the show, but hopefully I will get to attend that. They've not really given a specific time yet when he's going to talk. So between all the interviews that I've got lined up and when he's supposed to speak, I'm hoping to get there for that and maybe give you guys a little insight on what happens during that. But let's press on and on with our interviews from the 2017 SHOT Show.
Which was mine?
I don't know. I got them all jacked up, so you tell me what did that do anything?
Nope.
Neither one of you?
Nope.
That's mine.
You're playing with his.
Yeah, that's mine.
I like to play with it. It's like little nipples. That's mine.
Okay. There, that one's you.
All
You
right.
adjust that how you want it.
Clickety click.
Tick, click, 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 click. How's yours? You good on yours?
Down just a little bit.
Okay. How's that?
That
Better?
right there.
Better?
Right there. Yep.
Okay. Turn mine down a little bit, too. Chick, 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 chickity, chick.
I think we're all about as deaf as each other.
Yeah.
Equally deaf,
Yep.
but not dumb. All right, let me start this
I
one.
don't know. No comment.
No, we're not equally as dumb.
My modesty keeps me from
Is that what
joining
it is?
in that. Yeah.
I hear you. Did you guys get stickers? Talking Lead stickers?
Not this round.
Yeah.
Man.
We are back. Where are we? We're in the Glog booth.
We're at the clock booth.
Yep.
We're at the Glog booth. 4th day of SHOT Show, 2017 SHOT Show. And this is the Nordic Components Talking Lead podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got none other than Aklys Defense in the house.
Yep.
Come on, do it, Zach. In the house.
Do it. Come
No.
on, let's hear it.
No, I'm not drunk enough. Although I did have a lot of champagne this morning.
Yeah, champagne was flying, corks were popping.
Yep.
America.
Yep.
Did y'all watch the inauguration, or just
We like when you saw us run over there. That's when we got there.
Ah.
So we just missed it, and we didn't hear the speech at all.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he really said some good stuff.
Yeah.
He really hit on. He basically said, "The voice of the people will never be silenced again."
You can move that too. Get it closer to you.
Put it closer to my mouth.
Yeah, we get
You just
closer.
like to-
I just like to see.
just like to see
imagine, you know.
Can I make it longer? Does it go longer?
I don't know.
So basically,
Slide it in and out.
a couple things really hit me because I watched the whole speech. One, he specifically called out radical Islamic terrorists, which
Use
we
those words.
We have not. Yes, those words. We
Yeah.
have not heard that in 8 years plus come out of anybody associated with the White House.
Right.
And then two, he basically said the voice of the people will never be silenced again. Now, what I think that's probably one of the most powerful things, and what I took as what he means with that, I think he's going to enact term limits to make sure that it's kind of the weirdest term with draining the swamp. But I think that's what he means by that term. And
Yeah.
I think he's going to do it, and I think it's going to be good for the country.
Yeah, I think it will too.
Yeah.
Definitely. And the next thing he said was, "You're fired."
Not yet.
He said, "Get out of here. Don't let the door hit you."
Basically, he
To
shuffled.
Slobama.
He
Yep.
shuffled Slobama onto the helicopter and said, "Here, you go enjoy the rainy weather down in
Shushed
Florida."
him. Shushed him. Is he going to Florida?
Yep.
I figured he's going to Hawaii.
Springs. I think Palm Springs. I think.
Is that where he's going to
Yeah.
live? Bought him a house in there, Palm Springs,
Palm Beach.
Palm Beach.
Something. One of the palms.
I don't know. Somewhere in
Someplace that's
Florida.
not D.C.
I've got a good palm for him though.
I mean, he spent most of his presidency in Hawaii anyway,
Yeah.
so I figured that's where he would go.
A lot of it.
As long as there's a golf course, he'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Who cares?
There's a really good golf course in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Where's Abu Dhabi?
Not here.
Is that over in Dubai?
Near there, yeah.
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 Okay. Have you been to Dubai?
I have not. No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kind of a sore subject.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that then.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the 2017 SHOT Show. I mean, obviously today the big news, Trump. Everybody's
Yep.
excited and
Yep.
in good spirits, and we're going to go throw down tonight.
And it's the last day. I think
It's the
that's the
last
most
day.
exciting thing. Everybody's gone.
Right, right. Everybody gets that second win. It's like, woohoo. When are y'all heading out?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay. But you're kind of on your own. Are you flying? Did you fly in?
No, we drove.
Oh, you drove. Okay.
Yeah, we drove. It was
Right.
a nice, relaxing trip. And we got to see the snow,
Okay.
Yep.
see the rain. I can only do the drive in. I can't do in and out. So I'm taking
Yeah.
I'm taking a plane out Monday.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
nice,
okay.
leisurely 28-hour drive.
28-hour drive. So you get to do that? You get
Yeah.
to drive back?
Yeah.
You and your honey?
Yep.
Cool. Y'all going to like switch it up? She's going to make you drive the whole way?
I'll probably drive pretty much the whole way.
Okay. Oh, he won't. So he's a control freak.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not really control freak. It's, I enjoy living.
I'm okay with her driving if I go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, Otherwise, I'm a backseat driver from hell.
It took me a while to figure it out that Zach, he likes to drive, but he just didn't like anybody else driving. So
Yeah,
I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Like I drove 4 hours this trip.
Yeah.
So I mean that's not
That's
a whole
not too
lot of
bad.
the drive, but
I reach a point to where I can't drive anymore and I just need to sleep.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I do that too. But I got get there-itis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I don't want to stop. I don't want to do. I just want to go and I want to get there. But 28 hours, you got to stop sometime, right?
Yeah, we'll probably stop and sleep a bit on the way back.
There
So-
you go.
y'all got some adventures planned.
Yeah.
Kind of wish I was driving
Oh, yeah?
back with you.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Probably stop by Meteor Crater in Arizona.
Yeah.
The world's largest and most well-preserved meteor impact site. Just, something neat. And it's on the way. It's
That's
literally right off the interstate.
That is cool. Do they let you get in the crater?
There
Or you
are
gotta just
tours
stay on
to
the
go
outskirts?
in, but there's a big rim catwalk and everything where you can go right on the
You
edge.
said rimmed.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
deep is it? The crater. That is.
Well-
the meteor crater.
I don't remember. It's a couple hundred feet, if not 400 or
Yes.
500 feet.
It's a pretty significant
It's huge.
feature. Yeah.
That's cool.
I really want to go. I'm real big in stuff like that. I love meteors.
We'll
I've
cancel
got
your
some
flight.
collections. Well, I
You
don't
got
wanna
some
go-
meteors?
I don't have to. Yeah, I don't have to leave tomorrow. I want to hang out and
I got you.
hang out with my sister. I got some family here.
That's right.
And after the show, we just kind of hang out. And
Some
do
quality family time.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
Well,
What's-
we're not flying out till late tomorrow night, or later tomorrow night, so we're going to get our party on tonight.
Awesome.
We took it easy last night. Of course, we were out with you the night before and kind of towed up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been in bed before 10:43 every night except for that one night.
Yeah. My bad.
That's all right. I had a good time.
Yeah.
My bad, fellas.
And thank you for the lessons. That was a good trip.
Well, anytime,
We're gonna get
but
to it
it's all
again.
Tia. She's the crap expert. She's
She
the
is.
crap
I
yeah.
really thought
Yeah.
you were the crappy expert.
Well, it depends on what you're talking about, but yeah.
Okay.
But your boy Corey Glock here, he tore it up at the tables too.
Hmm.
He did pretty good, yeah. Yeah.
Needed a rubber band.
I think what it is, because you did well your first time.
Yeah.
Tia's did really well her first time, and she does good every time. My first time I did really well. I think it's a first timer thing kind of deal.
It's like a taste.
I think they know that you're like a novice or something, so they just
So they give you the good
it's like
dice.
a junkie. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a junkie.
Yeah.
They turn
take
the
a free
magnets
sample.
on. They turn the magnets on.
That's right.
It really was shocking. Just every roll, just keep rolling sevens, and I'm like, the statistical odds that's not really possible here.
It's
What do we do? Like
impossible, yeah.
14 in a row?
Between the two of
But
you.
yeah, you had like
she
6.
had like 9, I think, and then you had at least 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they turned the magnets on for us.
Yeah, it was awesome. So, Aklys Defense.
Yep.
What's new and exciting with you guys?
Getting cranked up, getting ready for a big year for suppressors.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's going to be a big one.
That seems to be the talk now. I've noticed. I've had a couple of companies on now that make other things, but then all of a sudden, yeah, and we make suppressors now too. And you're like, what? Why are you making suppressors? I was like,
Everybody's going to
everybody sees the writing on the wall, don't
Yep.
they? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. But you guys have been in the suppressor game
for a long
for
time.
a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Over 10 years.
Yep.
And it's really come along the last 3 years, the R&D and design and the finished product, getting everything in place.
Yeah.
We've really got some awesome products.
Yeah,
Some of the lightest cans in the
that 22,
industry.
and just like you got it here with you today,
Yep.
that 22 can.
I have to tell people, no, it's not styrofoam. It is.
Are you
It's
serious?
real. Yeah.
You have to take it apart and show
Yeah.
let them tap on
A
it.
few
Yeah,
people
it
have
really
asked
is.
if it's plastic. If
Are
it's
you
a
serious?
plastic dummy can.
I mean, it is. It's that light.
Yeah.
It's 2.4 ounces. We are almost 100% sure it is the lightest full auto
Here,
rated
listen.
22.
Yeah.
That's me tapping on it. It's not styrofoam.
That's the sound of a beautiful type
the sound
hard
of-
3 anodized coating.
America. And what's the price point on this?
$299 MSRP. Silencer Shop is a stocking dealer and distributor. So if you don't have a dealer in your state that has them in stock to put your hands on, you can get them through Silencer Shop. And keep an eye out. You may see some really interesting stuff around February 1st.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Any hints?
it's going to make sense to just go ahead and purchase a suppressor now.
Here's
the
ahead and
thing
buy
with
it.
you got to get in line, because if the HPA does go through, which I hope it does, I think it does, it's going to be a mass rush on anything suppressor.
We'll go ahead and put my name on 3 more.
All right.
So I've got the 30. I'm waiting on the 30 one.
Yeah.
The Orion, right?
Yep.
The Orion. So
Yep.
I need a 22. I don't have a 22, and I need a pistol caliber for like 9.
Yeah.
40.
We make
You kind of did it backwards.
I did.
Yeah, you kind of did it backwards. Most people start with a 22
Oh,
and then
well,
go up.
yeah.
And,
Yeah, but my 300 blackout. I love my 300 blackout, so I want to go ahead and go that route with it. So I shoot my rifles more than I do my pistols. So
Yeah.
yeah, a 22 suppressor, it's so much fun. You can't have a better day at the range.
right,
Yeah.
and then
Spend your $35 for the 450 round bulk pack or something. And
another
shoot
trend
all
that I've noticed are people coming out with the pistol carbine rifles.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Aklys, sorry. You're here. Nordic Components, our main show sponsor, just came out with their version of a 9mm carbine, and it's awesome, by the way. It's got all their tolerances. Everything's as tight as you would expect from the Nordic. It's light, super light, but it shoots Glock mags. But by the way, if you wanted to shoot Smith & Wesson, there's little pins you pop.
Change the mag well.
Take the mag well
Swap the mag
out,
well. Yep.
put it back in, and boom, now you're shooting Smith & Wesson, or you're
saw that.
shooting 2011, or you're shooting whatever. They've got all the adapters coming down the road.
It's a pretty slick setup, and
It's over at RSR. They've got it over there.
definitely have to swing by.
Yeah, it's just right over here somewhere.
It's definitely
Yeah.
the
I'll
year
walk you over there.
of the pistol caliber carbines. I mean, everybody's finally getting the
Right.
writing on the wall. There's
there's-
starting to be some competitions
Yeah,
that
some
are
specific
based around.
matches.
Right, and that's why they developed theirs, was for the competition world, because they're the sponsors of
They're
the
the competition.
3-Gun Nation.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, Nordic Components, has been a supporter of 3-gun since the beginning. I mean, it's
Yeah,
kind of what they do.
kind of what they do, man. But the point I was making was, if
You had a
people are
point?
buying those, they're going to want the 9mm suppressors.
Yep.
So those are going to be in high demand. So I want one of those also. So put me down for that.
We'll get you hooked up.
Taken care of.
Let's go ahead and put Lefty down. I'm there.
Now, here's the question.
And I got to get her one too.
You're going to go ahead and start the stamp process to do it.
Well, I don't know. You guys are supposed to be walking me through this whole process. So should I have
That's-
already done something while I'm waiting on it?
Yeah. No.
Get rolling with
Because you
it.
didn't send me anything.
No.
Find you a powered by silencer shop dealer in your area, especially if they have one of the SID machines, the secure identity machines, and it makes the buying process so much easier. But that's going to guarantee your serial number. It's going to guarantee your place in line.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that. I just thought you guys were going to have it ready, and then I was going to get in.
Yeah.
Then we wouldn't
We're
be able to have
actually-
this discussion.
Yeah. We're actually waiting on a serial number for your can.
All right.
So it's late development right now.
Is my serial number going to be left hand?
No.
No.
According to him, no. It
All
will
right.
be a custom serial number for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's awesome. So let's talk about your rifles that you guys have as well.
Yeah,
You've
we
got
do.
some integrally suppressed.
Yep.
We do. We have
Items.
probably one of the best values in the integrally expressed market, the Aklys Javelin. It's a 308 bolt gun. It's based off the Mossberg Predator, and the reason we do that is it takes these awesome Magpul 308 magazines. So it's standard AR-10 magazines.
Right.
I really, really dig the rifle. It's inexpensive. Allows us to get a really, really movie-quiet gun with that bolt action that you can put magazines that are inexpensive and available anywhere.
That's cool.
We got our integrally expressed ARs, the integrally expressed AKSD. It's always been a perennial favorite. And then our standard ARs, our competition, the elites, and the standard M4 style.
What's the price point on the bolt?
The bolt action is $19.99.
Wow.
And an interesting thing
That's
about
awesome.
the bolt gun is it's the exact same suppressor that goes on the bolt gun for making it an integral suppressed rifle as it is on the AR and the AK.
Okay.
And it's been thoroughly tested on both the AR and the AK for full auto use.
Yeah.
So it is a absolutely rugged, heavy-duty suppressor that's capable of full auto that's on the 308 bolt gun.
Nice.
There's a lot of Integs out there. They want to limit you to just subsonic use or limit certain loads.
Yeah.
With the Javelin, you can put whatever you want through. You can run the hottest 308 loads that you can safely run through the gun can go through the can. So that's one of the biggest values of it. I mean, it's so robust and
durable, obviously, if it's going to be able to run those through it.
Yeah, it's spooky quiet. Even with full house supersonic loads, I mean, it's still hearing safe. You're going to get that supersonic crack, but the sound and blast reduction is amazing.
But the thing that amazes me with you guys, too, is your price point on your products, you know.
We have some very...
You would expect, you hear somebody say, I've got an inter-release suppressed, you know, AK or AR, or you even got to have a 50 cal.
Yeah,
we do.
You know, and you're expecting, you know, it's going to be, you know, $8,000, $10,000.
Yeah.
But you guys are down there, like,
You
the
can
price of a rifle and a suppressor, probably less than that.
You can get the suppressed
Combo.
50 for less than what you can buy just the rifle for.
Right. Yeah, that's my point.
Yep.
It's like really good value there.
We call it aggressive price point.
Now, do you have distributors yet, or do they go straight to Aklys Defense still?
Silencer Shop carries some of the
your suppressors.
detachables.
Yeah.
We work with a lot of dealers around the country. We are developing our distributor network now, so it's a lot easier.
Okay.
Right now, if you're interested in one of the Integ guns, come straight to aklysdefense.com and make your order there, or send us a message and we can start squaring away custom order. Because we don't just do production stuff. I mean, we can tweak it if you want a certain stock or a certain barrel configuration.
A little customization going
Absolutely.
to it.
Yep.
Very cool. And you guys have some of the, if not the coolest, next to Talking Leads t-shirts in the business.
Yeah,
the machine gun smile.
The machine gun smile has been a really popular one.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Not sure if the machine gun smile or the helmets evolved is more popular, but both of them, they're my favorites.
Yeah, and then the what is it? Aklys Fet.
Yep, Aklys Fet. Yeah.
Yeah, the Aklys Fet. That's one of my favorites too. We got to add that onto the lead sled too. We got to get that on there. We've got the machine gun smile on there, so you guys see the lead sled rolling. You know that's us when we got the big old machine gun smile on there.
What do people do at the gas station when you roll up in that thing?
Dude, I get the gamut that come up and start talking to me about it. I had a dude the other day came up, and of course everybody thinks it says lead.
Yeah.
You know, what's talking
lead?
What's talking lead? So I'll have fun with it sometimes, and I'll joke around. I'll say, you know, we train dogs, or, you know, there's something along those lines. But
Dolphin waxing.
Yeah, dolphin waxing. Yeah. But for the most part, people get it, you know, because they see the other companies on there, and, you know.
Yeah. Context clues.
Yeah. It's like, see the bullets? Yeah. Duh. But no, I mean, it runs the gamut. But I've never had anybody come up and, you know, chastise me, or, you know, oh, you're doing a bad thing there, guns are bad, blah, blah. Never had that. Everybody's always been supportive, and of course we've got our slogan on there, you know, keep your loved ones close and your firearms closer, and people just love that.
Yeah.
I got to get a shirt done.
It's a great concept. You don't have a shirt like that?
No, I don't have that. I haven't had that done yet.
See, our tagline, Weapons Evolve, I mean, that's our tagline. That was the first shirt.
Right.
That's kind of what we're about. We want to take weapons to that
next
highest
level.
evolution.
Yeah.
So, and that's your key talking point.
I know.
Man, make a shirt. They are nice. The regular Talking Lead shirt's one of my favorites.
Yes.
1776 United. Boom. Maybe that's what we'll talk about adding on with it, is our little slogan, our sign-off, as we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said that you got some new stuff you can't really talk about. So what's the time frame they need to start really looking? Of course, we're going to have you on, and we'll drop the news when that happens. But
well, in February, there's going to be some really awesome pricing.
Okay.
To help people make that decision, to help get on the
them
road
off
for
the
the
fence.
HPA.
Yep.
Because once it goes through, suppressors are going to disappear. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be a madhouse.
Yeah, it's going to be like the ammo and the
like
ARs when
trying to find 22
I think it's going to
ammo.
be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to absolutely be worse.
There's just not the production capacity to meet the demand. If
Right.
if every gun owner in the country can all of a sudden just purchase a suppressor without background, or without the time period and
Right.
weight and everything.
that tax stamp. Still going to do the background and all that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They'll
Background will
do
be
that.
done.
What they're looking at now is going to be just like a standard other purchase with a standard 4473 and the NICS check. And there's a lot of there's a lot of discussion on where it's going to end up and how it's going to end up. We now recently just had a second almost identical bill enter the House. So we've got it coming from 2 different directions. So I think we've got pretty good chances.
Okay.
But everybody that has an opinion on it, it's polar opposites. Some of them, there's no chance in hell, and some of them, oh man, it might as well be signed in today.
Yeah.
So trying to figure out what direction it's going, it's really tough.
You know what amazes me is that, how to justify, the increased gun laws and, their arguments for gun control is they use other countries as examples.
And they can't do that with suppressors.
For suppressors, they can't do that because other countries, some of them, it's a law that you have to have a suppressor.
The only thing they can use is Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Well, in movies, it's like this, and they're used by assassins and everything else.
Right. It's easier for somebody to get away with murder.
Yeah.
Because they have a suppressor. Well, most of the criminals, well, I'm not going to say all, but most don't have the suppressors because they obtain their guns illegally to begin with.
Yep.
And the people who have the suppressors, because of the more stringent thing, the cost of them and whatnot, the criminals aren't going to invest the extra whatever.
Well, it's hard to stuff a Glock with a 9-inch can down your pants to try and conceal it. So.
Yeah. But again, there's ways to suppress firearms that if a criminal's going to do it, they can do it.
If they're going to do it, they're going to do it.
They're going to do it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like if you just make a law to where people don't murder people.
That's
law,
a great.
That law still gets
great
broke.
idea.
Let's make that one.
Let's start a movement.
That would be
that murder is illegal.
Yeah. Don't murder anybody.
Yep.
Right. Don't steal from somebody else.
Don't take other people's things.
Right. Right. Let's make a law.
Common sense laws.
I think Trump would probably be on board with that.
We could do it for the kids.
Do it for the kids and the kittens.
Yep.
And the dolphins, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the European side is kind of a parallel of what's probably going to happen here. You're European?
European? I will be in about 4.
I know. But the suppressor designs that are available in Europe are horrible. There's not the technology that we have here. And I think that's going to be one of the side effects of an HPA movement. You're going to see a lot of low-quality, inexpensive cans
hit the market. Yeah.
They don't have the features or the ability to do what you can do with
and
what's available now.
That's a key point that you make there because, the market will be flooded with people trying to take advantage of that gap, and they're going to be putting all kinds of crap out there.
It'll be a race to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good point. But if you buy one that's Aklys defense, it's going to be high quality.
We're always going to.
And they're already low priced.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like you said, go ahead, get one. You think they're going to grandfather people in that are on a waiting list, or just going to all right, drop it?
Yeah.
Basically, it's if you have it in line, you just go pick up your can, do the 4473 and walk out. When your tax stamp goes through, right now the law states that you'll get a refund. If you've done it all the way back to October 15. I don't know how much of that's going to stay in place, but if you have the process, you have the paperwork started, your can serial number is assigned to you. That's your can. You've already bought it.
Right.
Yep. So whenever it passes, it's going to be sitting there waiting at the store for you.
Just go in, pay your $10 and...
You want to?
Well, he's from Tennessee.
Of course, you got to pay for
I understand that. Tennessee's
man.
one of the few states that you have to pay for your NICS.
Yeah, $10.
Do they use the next program? Or
no, they use it. TICS. Tennessee Instant Background Check.
Yeah, Tennessee has their own little deal. Yeah, whatever. I'll take that over, other states and their freaking laws.
And their laws, yeah. Tennessee's really solid on their firearms laws. You
got to pay $10. Oh well. Yeah. No, that's no big deal.
But if you buy like 20 guns at once,
it's just one. Yeah, it's only $10. Yeah.
I just
you
save
pay
up
for it once.
Yeah.
So when you buy your 15 suppressors, you're good to go.
You just do one. Yeah, it's $10. Absolutely. So, what else is new with you guys? Anything else going on?
We got some really cool projects. We made a lot of relationships. The word's getting out. People know that we do cool stuff, so we're getting approached to do some really cool conglomerate things, and I think the next year is going to be really cool.
Doing little collaborations with some people.
Yep. Stop, collaborate,
and listen.
Or
Aklys Defense is on a mission.
Yeah.
Bringing you
you can stop.
Low
by.
price, high quality suppressors at the silencer shop.
Yep.
You can use that jingle, man. Take that, use it.
I'm just gonna clip it once the show airs. I'm just gonna clip it out and I'm just gonna use that right
You're
there.
gonna use it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So you guys ready to go shut this show down?
Not yet. I think we got 2 more things we gotta try and tie up today. Then after that,
You're gonna go to RSR, right?
yep, gotta go check out the
Okay.
pistol caliber carbine by Nordic Components.
When's our next one? Let me walk you over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll walk you over there. Cool. All right, guys, let's head over there.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Would you like a little bit of a punch in the face?
you want to eat some of my fish? How you like me now? How's that sound? Curious?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear
fine?
me?
I can hear you.
Today we're going to be making sweaty balls on the cooking show.
Sweaty balls.
Pete's sweaty balls.
Right.
Delicious chocolate balls in your mouth. Like Kevin's spicy nuts in your mouth.
Dude, you don't have to get the mic down your throat.
Actually, you do.
He's like this. Come on. Come on.
He's all about it. All right. Test. I think we're good.
You know, the funny thing is the people that are always dropping the mic don't have to buy the mic.
That's right. It's bought and paid for by somebody else. All right, lead heads, we are back covering the 2017 SHOT Show. Welcome in to the Nordic Components Talking Lead podcast, day 3. And this is one hell of a day. Just so happens history was made just about 30 minutes ago?
Really day 4, but
Huh? Is this day 4? It's last day. This
You're
is day 4. See, that's how long it's been this week.
You were cheating us out of a day.
I took yesterday off.
Nice.
Tried to rest the pipes. As you can tell, it didn't work very good. But the inauguration just happened. We have a new president of these here United States of America. What's his first name? Donald something Trump? Like that? I guess something like that. I don't know. You guys may have heard of him. But we've got our good buddy C.J. Johnson. And we got his buddy, Steve, has joined us.
Actually, he's just a work associate. I wouldn't say buddy.
Not a buddy,
Yeah.
just an acquaintance.
We talk occasionally.
yeah.
But that's about it. No,
Throw a
Steve's-
few ideas around here and there.
No, Steve's a good dude.
Well, I would hope so.
He'll claim me when I'm behaving.
And this isn't Steve's first rodeo.
When he's behaving and not throwing stuff at my junk.
I see you got a couple of big black balls there in your hands, TJ. You want to explain that?
I do. Well,
Explain yourself.
As you know,
If you'll hold that up to the mic.
As you know, Carl Malone was here the other day,
Yes, he was.
and he was promoting, something really cool that him and Palmetto State are doing now. And I thought, in honor of that,
Which is the American Way Conservative
Conservative
Society.
Society,
That's
right.
I jack it up every time.
right? It's a big long name.
AWCS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good that they've got that going on.
So
And,
in honor of Carl Malone, you've got 2 big black Glock balls in your hand.
no, these are just to help your grip. To help your grip and stuff whenever you to be able to fire and stuff like that, and your hold on the gun. I don't know why you thought that big black balls.
Well,
and then
you're
you
talking
wanted-
into a big black microphone and you're holding 2 big black balls up next to it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What we got,
You got to take pictures of that.
I don't know. I don't know what we got going on here.
Oh, boy.
It's kind of crazy. Everything we got going on.
That's going on social media.
Oh, dang it.
Put it back.
So anyway,
Anyway, back to the story.
Carl Malone's here, and he's
Take
doing.
some action pictures throughout the day.
He's doing some good stuff. Working with Palmetto State, and and it's just in honor of that.
I got you.
Thought I'd mention that. I don't know why you wanted to go with big black balls and stuff like that.
It
When it's
wasn't me.
obvious, when it's obvious what they're for.
They're
to
help
build
your grip for your
help your grip strength,
pistol
right?
grip. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And speaking of grips and rifles and things that have grips on them, what'd you bring in here? What'd you bring, Steve?
I brought in
What we
I brought in the Wolf A1 piston-driven upper, just for a
Okay.
little show and tell. So people on the radio can see what we're talking about.
Do tell.
I'm not able to talk about things without things in front of me directly.
Well, I like it when guests bring, their toys with them. So.
Yeah, and that way I'm less likely to make stuff
I like
up.
to fondle things while I talk, so it'll work out perfect.
Yeah. So, just briefly, it's a piston-driven 5.56 chambered AR upper.
Okay.
And a couple of big things.
It's got to have some cooler features than that. Come on.
It does. It
All
does.
right,
It's got some cooler features, and we'll kind of go in
order
of cool. I'm kind of an AK guy.
We're gonna go start least to most cool.
Actually, one of the cool things about it is this was actually the Taiwanese military upper that they used with the piston and stuff that was designed to go with that. Now, they phased it out and went with a newer design. And the newer design has, of course, Picatinny rail and stuff set up on it, but it still has the same piston system.
Right.
So this piston system has been around over there for years, knocking stuff around, and they finally were able to release it for us to be able to get. So, I mean, it's a really nice system that comes out. So Steve's sort of downplaying actually what the system is, other than...
Well, maybe we should have you talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just giving him a little help here to go with it.
I got you. He's giving you a little push, Steve.
Steve's an AK, and he's a technical guy, and it was going to get a little dry, so I thought I would spice it up a little bit.
Okay.
I'd be done by now.
All right, take two, Steve, and then we're going to have some spiciness thrown in.
Right. So
with
as
CJ.
an AK guy, I'm less likely to clean a gun, and I like things that when I do clean it, break down into small components that I can abuse and treat harshly. And one of the things that makes this really easy is the piston system and the quote rapid clean piston system, which
runs cleaner than your...
It runs cleaner. Piston systems keep the spent gases and heat away from the action itself, away from your bolt and bolt carrier. And so you can't see this on radio, but it's super easy to
take it apart. He's
rotate out
piston.
the gas system. So that's the complete gas system in my hand, and it just took me 3 or 4 seconds to rotate it out. Comes apart. You could sneak it in the sink, a bathroom sink, because it's small enough to clean this with hot water. Or if you've got a small ultrasonic, you throw it in there.
Okay, so you just took the cover off the gas system there.
Yep, exposed the dual rate spring system, and
It
all
kind
the
of looks like
functions.
a. What does that look like? I mean, it's similar to maybe I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I had something in mind there, but
Yeah.
it's
You mean
just,
like a
it's
recoil spring to a rifle?
maybe
Like a saw?
a saw, could be. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Similar.
but it's a short stroke gas system like a SKS or an SVD.
Mm-hmm.
And we know you know all about
Short stroking it.
right?
Yeah.
Short stroke,
Yeah.
right.
Just
right.
ask Tia.
Just terribly important. It's all about technique. So
Form is everything.
Yeah. So that's the kind of cool part for me, because it makes it easy to clean.
Good picture of that.
So when
Please.
not that there's any corrosive 5.56 or 223 out there, but if on the odd occasion when you've got to clean it, man, it's just so much easier. Ease is
And some people just like to clean stuff. Just
Some
to be
people
cleaning,
like to clean stuff, and that's an easy thing to keep clean.
OCD.
And you get to see the inside of it, and it keeps the heat and the gas and the any unburnt powder from dumping back into your action. Keeps your action super clean, cooler, and everything works a lot better.
So this is a complete piston setup from
Yep.
Wolf.
From Wolf, it will drop right on any lower.
Okay, that's
Any
awesome.
lower. We've had it on 4 or 5.
And you can ship these right to people's front door.
People can buy these directly.
That's right, because
correct.
these are just the uppers.
Right.
It's not the registered part.
So if you've already got a lower,
Yeah.
all you need to do is buy this upper and
There
drop
you
it
go.
on there, and a couple of pins later, you're
And they just
set.
go to your website and do this?
Well,
Or you got distributors?
yeah, we got distributors, but they can
Okay.
go to the wolfammo.com website. And
Find the
there's
distributor?
There's a link for firearms, and so they can see some pictures of these. And,
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's
And
nice.
then it's got an integral bolt strike face
Mm-hmm.
on the bolt carrier. So
Talk about that
that's
and the advantage of that.
well, the big advantage is it won't break. If you've got a bolted on strike face, then those bolts can eventually take enough damage to shear, whereas this is a one-piece hardened, hammer-forged, machined unit
Yeah.
that's a lot more durable, and it's got they've taken care of it's hard to see, but the anti-tilt on the bolt carrier, the tilt problems that other piston systems have had has been solved by just extending the rear to make it a solid piece.
Okay, it's tapered. Looks like it's tapered
Just
at the end
at
too.
the very end, it's
Yeah.
tapered. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's also, and it's a. I mean, if anyone's really concerned, it's a full auto upper,
Yeah.
ready to go. First time we took it to the Big Three, I was asked, "Hey, is this a full auto?"
Let it off the chain.
And I had to pull it out and look at the bolt carrier and went, "Oh yeah, it should work with a full auto."
It should
Will
work.
it work with full auto? I don't know.
Let's find out.
And it ran great. And
Oh,
we
cool.
shot the crap out of it till it was smoking. And
Yeah.
Not a hiccup.
Yeah.
The last thing, kind of in order of
Coolness.
coolness,
Badassery-ness.
yeah, is the hammer forged barrel.
Okay.
So a lot of drillings and stuff, and this is a hammer forged barrel from a military factory that makes this component, and it's, as CJ was saying, it's a T91 military upper that they're letting us have. So we bring it in, and can't bring it in intact. We bring the bolt, or most everything except the barrel comes in finished, and then we turn the barrel and assemble it here in the United States.
Cool.
So you get a Taiwanese part that's assembled here in the United States.
Okay. All right.
But a lot of the T91 fans are super excited about this. There's a big following in the U.S.
All right. Talk about the muzzle brake you got on there. Is that something you guys designed on that one?
Nope, that's Taiwanese military again.
Taiwanese, okay.
Just a standard, their version of, I guess, the A2.
Gotcha.
So seems pretty effective.
It does. I mean, it's got a few more portings on it than your normal just birdcage
Right. Right.
design. So.
And it all comes like that.
And that's going to fit on any standard mil-spec lower.
Any mil-spec lower. One of the last thing I'll mention about this is the retail price point. Most of your piston uppers have been quite expensive, keeping people away from them.
Right.
This one's going to have an MSRP of $599.
That's not bad.
So quite affordable.
For a piston, yeah.
It's cheap to get into a piston-driven upper.
Yeah, with the features that you're talking about.
Yeah,
there. That's
yeah.
great. Good deal. So have you tested it on the rounds without cleaning it yet?
Yeah, I've got
before malfunctions.
I've got the one that we our test unit that we've run suppressed, full auto, and just generally shot since the first one I ever got, and I've not cleaned it yet.
Okay.
So
it's still going.
Taking it apart, looked
Is
at
that
it.
the one that you shot the full auto and
Yep.
did all that
Yep,
through too?
all that. That one's got, I would say, at least 4,000
Yeah, I
rounds
was-
through it so far.
Probably got 3,000 at Big Three.
We ran quite a bit through there, but yeah, we've run some slower speed ammo through there with the suppressor.
Right.
Not subsonic, but closer, and with the suppressor, and it still cycled.
Nice.
So that was exciting for that, and especially with the Hearing Protection Act hopefully being passed.
Oh, amen. Yeah.
Yeah. So
We're one step closer after today of that getting through.
well, if it gets to his desk, hopefully he'll sign it.
Yeah. Have you heard him? Has he had any feedback from the? He's president now. President Trump. Has he said anything about the HPA? I've not really heard anything in the news about it.
He looked over at Obama and said, "You're fired."
You're fired. It's only been an hour. Give him some time.
Don't let the door hit you. Well, that's the thing, people are hounding him, even before he got in. He's like, why ain't this done yet? Like, damn, people, I'm not even elected yet.
Right,
Or I'm not
right.
even in yet. He was elected. I've not been inaugurated yet.
Just took his hand off the Bible just an hour ago. So
Yeah. Now, I missed his speech. Did you guys hear the speech?
Yes.
yeah.
So how was it? Was it,
It was
pretty motivating?
Nah, I mean, it was a good speech. He
Inspiring?
talked about that he was going to put America first, and work on our infrastructure and work on the American people that are here. Didn't say build that wall.
Okay.
He didn't say get
No.
your Mexican butt on the bus.
Right.
Nothing like that. He talked about improving American countries or American companies, American infrastructure.
Right.
And making sure that Americans can dream bigger than what they did before, to put wealth back in America. So we'll see.
Cool.
It's,
I was setting up the studio, so I missed the speech. Saw the swearing. I mean, we got at the tail end of the swearing in, and the champagne flying everywhere. And, it was pretty awesome.
Kind of important. So
yeah, and I mean, what a great event, being at SHOT Show, for that to happen too.
Yeah, right, I can't believe they didn't pump it in over all the speakers. And
I don't understand that
there,
either. It should have. They didn't really make a big deal about it. I didn't think. I think it should have been a little bigger deal.
And it's if SHOT Show would have been any other time, I think he would have been here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Well,
he was here last year.
I think if he could have changed where they did it, he would have made them do it here.
No, he would have done it at Trump Tower.
At Trump Tower.
Right.
True. Yeah, true that.
He is.
But he would have done it in Vegas.
He is Donald.
He is the Don. So, CJ, tell us what's new and exciting in your world.
Well, as far as Wolf goes, we got our 303 British. So we've got that out there. We've got a really good price on that. And we got our steel 6.5. And we actually have a 6.5 Grendel upper that we're selling now.
Okay.
And Steve will get a little bit into that. But that ammo is readily available, so you don't have to go out and buy the expensive brass or anything else. We've got the 6.5 uppers, and they're doing really great, inexpensive. And then we got the 6.5 brass.
So for an AR guy who's thinking 6.5 upper, what do I need? What do I need for that?
Well, the upper comes complete.
Yeah, it's just like the A1. It's a drop-on 6.5 Grendel upper.
Yeah. So magazine compatibility, everything's the same for the AR-15 lower.
Well,
right?
you can use the 223 magazine, to get some.
Steve's saying no.
Well, you
7.62 39 AR magazine will feed quite a bit, but an actual Grendel magazine is required.
So it'd be better to go ahead and get
reliable.
the.
Yeah. ASC and a few.
That's
other
what I
people
was getting
produce
at.
a magazine.
Yeah, but you could still use the 223 mag. You can get 10 rounds
in
out
a pinch.
of them, without them still moving there for additional rounds and stuff when you're on the range. I did it, Steve.
Did someone drop something in your coffee?
This fucking guy right here.
Eggheads. Everything's got to be just right for them, right?
Well,
Yeah,
exactly. He's in the office and he's got his ruler and shit out. You can't. It's impossible for that. Air doesn't exist because you can't see it.
No, that's gravity. Gravity
doesn't exist because you can't see it.
Yeah.
Now, Tia's son's got a theory on that. On gravity. She said, "Oh Lord."
Tia's not old enough to have a son, unless he's adopted.
That's true.
You, on the other hand.
Oh, there's no telling how many of the old left hands are running around.
What's that old saying? Do you have children? I'm sure I do.
Probably. Odds are good, right? So talk about the British round.
It's a standard 303 round that for a while we've had it in brass, and we've had it infrequently in steel, and now we've got it back in steel. And and it's a good target round. A lot of people like to shoot the 303s, and the round, it hadn't been available. You can't go to Gander Mountain and pick up a 303 because, they're really going with the standard rounds. We've got it in, so it's readily available. And our 22 ammo is also, our match, our SK. We have all of that stuff in. So that's just a matter of the dealers, the consumer beating up the dealers, and the dealers telling the distributors, hey, we want to get that product out there. So it's out there right now. So if people are still wondering why it's not there, 22's here in country. It's just a matter of them getting it. Sorry, I'm a little hoarse. I've got a bout of.
Well, I think everybody's a little hoarse. It's day 4, as Tia just reminded me. It's not day 3, and it happens,
Well, day 4 for everyone else because everybody else worked 4 days.
Well, I got to take a day off, man.
Yeah.
I'm a prima donna. Come on.
Yeah, I can understand all of that.
Take a day. I had to rest for the Glock party.
The Glock party, was that something last night?
That was awesome. How cool was that?
Yeah, they gave away $50,000 worth of stuff.
It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
And I didn't win a thing.
You didn't win a thing.
I think it was rigged.
Yeah, it might have been.
I think it was rigged. It's like he had those. He had that teleprompter.
He had it memorized.
He had a teleprompter up there, and they were like, "Read this number off."
Read this number.
Yeah, read this number off. But they gave it $5,000 in cash was one of the
$5,000 in cash. Yeti coolers.
Yeti cooler, and they gave was it a 4Runner or something like that?
No, it was a Yamaha side by side.
A Yamaha side-by-side.
Rugged ridge lights, winch, the
Wow.
the gun case. And what about that?
Can you check that?
That's 15
Is that
grand.
checkable on the airplane? Or
Well, you can drive it.
You could drive it all the way back.
Yeah, 40 miles an hour, 50. I think that one probably runs 60.
It might take me a week and a half to get home.
60? No.
At 60,
Yeah, it won't do that. It's 2,300 miles.
there's no windshield in it.
Yeah, there was a windshield.
There's no air conditioning.
It's be cold.
Oh, there's
heat or air conditioning.
There's plenty of air conditioning.
Yeah.
And
Lots of
when
air
you hit
conditioning.
southern Georgia and Florida, there'll be plenty of heat.
Yeah, no doubt.
So yeah. I mean, Wolf is looking at doing a lot of stuff. As a lot of people know, we're sort of getting out of the night vision side of the house. So you can do our 1-800 number at for Wolf, or you can go to our website and you can do a direct purchase on our night optics. We're doing closeout on them.
Okay.
And then of
so
course
you're getting out of you're dumping the
getting out
inventory.
of the night optics on it.
Yeah.
And the only reason we're doing that is because with the the price increase to go between the dollar and everything else and what we have to pay for it overseas, and it's such a fluctuation on it that it's easier for us to just go ahead and get out of the night sites than it is to try to continue to buy them, because we can't keep a steady price.
Yeah.
Now our PUs and POs are basically our Meaux and Nagat, which is our site, and then we have our regular AK-47 sites that come with mounts.
Right.
So we have those readily available. We're going to keep bringing those in.
Okay. And where are those coming from?
They're coming from Russia.
Okay.
So the PUs are actually surplus.
Right.
So we're bringing those in and stuff. And for people that don't know what the PU is, it's the enemy at the gate optic.
Mm-hmm.
That Sirhan, or whatever the guy's
Sirhan.
whatever the guy's name
Enemy
was.
at the gate was who played that guy? He played. He was in Right Stuff.
Yeah, he was in another movie.
He's been in several movies.
But
I got his face in my eyes.
The funny thing is, there was a chick that had more kills than he did.
Really?
Yeah, she was one of the other than White Death, she's the number two killer in the world as far as snipers.
Pretty wicked. Talk about her very much.
Yeah, she's she's got like 3 or 4 orders of linen or whatever the Russians hand it. You have to get Marco or Oleg and ask him what the.
Oleg, I just ran into Oleg on the way out here. So.
Yeah, good old Oleg.
Oh yeah. Is he going to be there this year?
He'll be there. He's part of the Big 3 staff now. He actually writes for the Big 3 media web.
Nice.
So he does that. And,
digging that. Cool.
So we got him and James Grant, Martin Topper, and Andre Denal that are actually on staff.
Yeah.
With that running, we keep saying web page, but we like to call it a web magazine, because we took the blog and we took the written part and we added them together and made it something longer with a little bit more meat and some stuff with that.
Cool. So people can go to your website.
Yeah, they can.
Big 3 East Media.
Big3east.com.
Okay, just big3east.com.
Right.
All right. And they can check out all these awesome writers that are doing articles for you guys now, blogs. And photographs from Volig.
Jude Law, by the way.
Jude Law.
Yeah.
Jude Law was the
enemy at the gate sniper.
Yeah. He wasn't the bad guy though.
Right, but he didn't actually do that. That was a TV show. So it was a movie. Jude Law is an actor, so he wouldn't be the guy actually credited.
I don't think Jude Law's ever
Vasily Zaitsev
intentionally killed anybody.
That's the guy. Yeah, him.
You got to figure.
What's up, Richard?
Like Vasily.
I'm just trying to figure out why CJ's playing with his balls, talking on the radio.
Boy.
His big black balls, right?
I've been working it. So thank you.
You got a little something in your beard there, pal.
Yeah, it stays there.
Something white.
Stays there.
A little white and creamy.
Yeah, it looks sort of like a glazed donut, doesn't it?
So, have the other Richard showed up yet?
No, not yet. Top Richard said about 10 more minutes.
Okay, we can do that. That'll work.
So yeah, Corey was our gracious host last night. Got us into the most exclusive ticket in
all of SHOT Show.
In all of Vegas.
How was it?
It was last night was awesome. Really, it's the first time that I attended it, and wow, it was.
Mine too.
We spare no expense.
Yeah, you definitely spared no
The
expense last
food
night.
was excellent. They had sirloin and prime rib and ahi tuna, and it's
You know, a lot of times,
ridiculously
a lot of
good.
times when you go to these events, they've got one or two people set up to, to get you your drinks or something, and you wait for hours. But not these guys. Every 7 foot there was
Yeah, you
every
say-
7 foot there was a bar.
We know what the real deal is around this industry,
So-
okay?
It's
If you want to make everybody
food and
happy, you have
alcohol.
multiple bars and all open.
That
And
was-
these were like multiple access bars too. It's
Yeah.
not like facing one direction. They were like circular, and you could just belly up anywhere.
yeah, it was like you were on the bridge of Star Trek.
But I liked the theme last night.
You like that?
Glocks in the movies.
Yeah?
That was awesome, man.
Good deal.
That was real good. It's
We're
kind of
glad,
like just
we're glad
saying.
everybody had a good time, for sure.
It's like saying, "Hey, movie industry, you hypocrites! you use our products all the time."
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely just to show our appreciation for everybody. Without everybody in the industry, distributors, consumers, you guys, everybody selling the product, showing the product, we wouldn't be where we're at. So it's our chance to say thank you to everybody.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I mean, that was a
We
pretty big
accept
shindig.
We accept that?
We accept that
Gladly.
But we are set up in Glock's booth today. Imagine that. A big honor for us to be able to record from Glock's booth today. So, Corey, thank you for arranging that. I don't know
No problem.
who you had to tell them I was to get me in here, but appreciate it.
I told him that I had some top 8 talent coming in at some point today. I'm not sure when they're going to show
Like
up.
Glenn
but
Beck showing up. or-
you just keep that theme going, okay? You
Colin
got some
Noir.
top 8 talent coming in.
You told him I was Colian, didn't you? It's Colian Noir's recording.
No, we're glad to do that too, man. It's like I told you, you definitely want to help a brother out, so no problem at all. Glad to have you in here.
Good deal. Good deal.
And speaking back to Big Three,
See,
Glock,
Steve. Thanks.
Glock has been a big supporter of us down there, working with Big Three and helping the writers out and everything else. And so, they get a big hand for that.
A big hand.
Big hand.
A big hand not holding big black balls.
Like a Carl Malone hand or something, a big hand.
Big hand.
A big hand with that.
Like a big Richard. A big Richard hand.
I think I owe him a T-shirt or something now.
Oh, yeah? Is he milking you for something?
Always. That's all right. We're glad to give.
You
Glad to
don't,
give.
And that's the thing. You don't ever have to ask. Bob and Ed walk around and it's like they got a Jack in a Box throwing out T-shirts behind them or something. So they're
Little
really
Buzz
good.
with the clown behind
We're
him.
really good with that. Yep. It's one of the few companies that show up and they know what the writers like. They bring plenty of ammo. They got
They bring the G18.
They bring-
Hells yeah.
They bring Brandy
Hell
there
yeah.
to load magazines for them.
Ralph.
Ralph.
She's working her little thumbs off, getting the rounds and stuff loaded up in there. So I mean, it's a great event, and everybody likes having them there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Always a good time.
And I know all the lead heads appreciate all the swag that you guys have been hooking them up with lately.
Lots of swag.
Lots and lots of swag.
That's what it's about, right?
That's what
The
it's
more
about,
people you
man.
have wearing your stuff, the better you are, right?
I mean, they've got backpacks.
Yeah.
No, they've got this
we had
awesome
backpacks. CJ has all the backpacks.
I got a backpack.
You got a backpack?
Right. That I ride on. I actually have their logos on my motorcycle.
Now, do you have one of their coolers? You know they got their own coolers now, right?
Is it a Yeti cooler?
No, it's one that
better than a
lights. It's
Yeti.
better than it lights up. It's
called
awesome
lit coolers.
How come I don't have a cooler?
because Glock lights you up, baby.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't have one last year.
Okay, all right.
They just got them.
I'm good. You know.
You good? I figured you would, with that picture you had on the side of your Jeep, I thought you probably would have just drove up and got one.
It's true. It's true.
He's thinking of something to
Yeah,
say.
what he's referring to is I wrapped my vehicle, and part of the stuff with my Jeep is I have a training center. So when we did the photos for the training center to do it, I did it all kitted up in gear with a ballistic helmet on, so you couldn't see my face.
But you know who it was.
The problem was it was way too tactical for what we were doing. So I had to downgrade it and go back into my high threat protection like when I was in Iraq. So it wound up being, Swell was the only one there, my photographer, so I was going to be the only one in the picture. So we had to talk his wife into getting kitted up and sitting on the other side. So at least it didn't look like I was that big of an egotistical. I look at it and I think to myself, what an asshole.
So he's got a portrait of him on his wrap on the back door. He's hanging out all kitted up.
His daily driver.
My daily driver. I drove it here. I drive it everywhere.
Tell him about getting pulled over. The cop.
Well, he started to pull me over. He jumped out of New Mexico, and I get 15. I don't even get a second look. I get 15 looks. This guy was sitting in the medium and saw me when I passed by, and he immediately spun out throwing gravel and run right up behind me. And I have the Police Lives Matter flag in the back window. And when he saw that, he sort of eased in the left lane and was like, "Oh, okay, my bad."
I think he probably realized it was just a wrap too. He probably thought there was two people hanging out, getting ready to shoot everybody up.
Yeah, which technically, that's not illegal. You have open carry. It's just that
some states though you can't have the rifles loaded though. Some states.
I don't know if New Mexico has any laws like that.
I don't know if New Mexico doesn't have any laws.
That's what I was.
There's
no laws.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
Well, he was going to caught me.
He was going to caught you.
I'm in a now I'm in about a 6,200 pound vehicle with that because I put that Cummins diesel in it, and it'll run 80 miles an hour, but that's about it. It's pushing a big box.
Cool. What's up, brother? You want to get some footage? So, the Jeep that you got, does it say, I don't remember seeing Big 3 East on it anywhere.
It only says Big 3 East on both sides of the hood.
Oh, it was on the hood, on the top part. That's what it was.
Right,
yeah.
It only says it on the
The
hood.
biggest pictures are of CJ.
Well, that's what I can't get past that.
It's not true. The best pictures on here. I mean, actually,
the best pictures are of CJ, as he says, not the biggest. And Swell's wife.
This guy.
Right. That's the best picture.
His wife should be a model.
I'm surprised you let her kid up for that picture.
You don't let Peggy do anything. She does what she wants.
Now show them the other side. You always show that side. You never show the other side.
The other side is what you always see. But at least I got that on the driver's side, so people on the sidewalk can't say, "Look at that asshole." They've already looked at it.
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But it does have Big 3 on each side of the hood, Big 3 on the top.
Yeah,
of the
now
hood,
that you say it, I remember.
Big 3 on the windshield and Big 3 on both doors.
Okay.
And a Big 3 on the roof, so it's kind of does have.
So
Big
it does
3
have
on
Big 3 on it. Okay.
Right.
All right. I was mistaken.
And
My bad.
I want to put 2 Glock stickers on it, but I don't know if I would get sued for licensing or something else on that.
I did on mine.
You did?
I just did it.
So. You just did it. Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah, but nobody's really going to pay attention to your Prius. And
my Prius?
Yeah. Nobody's going to give it a second look anyway.
Well, it's stealthy.
Stealthy, that's true.
I got black multicam on it, so.
Yeah, we know you got black on it.
That's right. I like that.
Like it all darked out. Windows and all.
All right, guys, so we're going to be back. We're going to get the Richards together and the Ralph.
Working on that now.
And we're going to have we're going to start a thing with the 4 Richards and a Ralph.
4 Richards and a Ralph.
Every event.
Got it.
Stay tuned. All right, lead heads, welcome back to the Nordic Components Talking Lead podcast, our special 2017 SHOT Show coverage. And we are graciously being hosted by our good buddies at Glock today. Thanks to Corey Jones, Richard for setting that up. And we got a room full now.
You got good digs in here today.
Yeah, man. A lot better than being out in the hallway or something,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
We've been very fortunate this SHOT Show. We've had a lot of our good friends that have agreed to host us in their booths. Eagle Imports on day 3, or day 2, was it? It was day 2. I took day 3 off. I keep forgetting. And then day 1, Palmetto State Armory. Adam over there. So thanks to Adam and Raphael, another couple of Richards, talking lead up. So I'm going to go around the room here. I'm going to let you introduce yourselves, who everybody is. Of course, Casey's been on the show before, Casey Betzold.
I have.
With Anteris Alliance and also Snake River Shooting Products and Team Never Quit. And
man of many hats.
Yes, you are. Yes,
probably
you are.
Too many, but here we are.
But you have brought a friend with you. You brought Brian with Streamlight.
Yep, Brian Osborn of Streamlight. How y'all doing?
Yeah, very good. And Hiperfire in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Ben, right?
Yeah, Ben Petterson with Cap Arms and teamed up with Hiperfire. So.
Okay, and Cap Arms. So we had a guy with Cap Arms in earlier, And I kept saying, "Are you with Hiperfire?" He's, "No, I'm Cap Arms and something and something." I kept trying to get Hiperfire out of him, but it's like, no.
No,
So-
we've been partnered up with them. I mean, some of the people in the inner workings of both businesses have known each other for a while. So.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to talk Streamlight. We're going to talk Hiperfire. Is there anything else that you guys are repping besides the triggers? Or
So our own lines of we've got ammunition, firearms, suppressors, all sorts of stuff. So.
Okay, so Gabe, was it Gabe? Caleb. Caleb was here.
Oh yeah, Caleb Giddings. Yep.
Yeah, Caleb was here, and we talked about the other stuff. So we're going to let you talk about the triggers today.
Okay.
And of course, Brian's going to be talking about Streamlight. Yeah. In case he's just going to be talking.
I'm just here, man.
He's here for the party.
There was another mic, so I sat down at it.
So let's talk about the triggers. I've been wanting to talk about the triggers all day.
I'll tell you right now, I don't know too much about them. I mean, they are phenomenal triggers, though.
Okay.
We started using them in our own line of rifles. They're phenomenal triggers. So a lot of triggers, when you start getting to lower trigger pull weights, you start losing the kinetic energy on actually hitting the firing pin.
Right.
And what they've done is they've actually designed a trigger that once you pull
you
that
can
trigger,
move this if you want to. You can, like, if
So
you want to sit
pick it
back
up,
and
pick
you
it
want to
up,
hold
sit
it, you
back.
can do that too. It's just relax and just talk normal.
All right. So but some of the nice things about their triggers is no matter how low you get that trigger pull weight, they actually still maintain 35% more kinetic energy on the firing pin itself. So they've got a full load out of the triggers, but basically you don't get light primer strikes. You don't get any of that no matter how low you go with their triggers. So.
Right. So are they drop-in triggers?
No, they're not. They're two-piece.
They're
Dude,
two-piecers.
you got to let him talk about his ammo.
Who's that?
He's here to talk about his ammo.
I want triggers. I mean, you're supposed to send me somebody to talk about triggers. And I've gotten suppressors. I've gotten firearms. Now
You haven't had the Hiperfire guys here yet?
Well, I thought they're all wearing Hyperfires. They walk in, I think they're Hyperfire.
That's because Hyperfire's done a good job of marketing themselves.
They have.
You know?
Though. They are very.
And they're
phenomenal
badass,
triggers.
by the way. They're part of Anteris Alliance, so they're
Yes,
awesome
they
guys.
are, and that's
They are.
another reason why I want them to get here and
We
start
can get 'em
talking
in
about
there.
their shit. Just kidding, man. All right, so we're not going to talk triggers. We're going to talk ammo, apparently. So tell us about your ammo.
Well, basically, we started off centric around competition shooters and law enforcement. So we got our own proprietary lines of powder, and basically what we did is we just wanted to introduce ammunition that was really high quality, clean burning ammunition at a low price.
Right.
So we wanted to offer match grade ammunition at a price that you wouldn't feel bad just banging off that box at the range and going and buying more. So that's a lot of what we've done. We hand inspect everything we do, and it's very high quality, clean ammunition.
And what's the name of the ammo?
Cap Arms Ammunition. So we actually
Cap Arms Ammunition.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got a couple different lines. So we've got our target match stuff. We've got Superior Range, which is something we just released back in October. And then we've also got our defense ammunition that goes right along with it.
So that's what Caleb talked about. So
yep.
We've already heard about your ammo.
Hey, nothing wrong with
Caleb
that.
did a great job talking about it.
Good,
And he's actually, no, he's not. You're supposed to send me some. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, I'll send you some. That's fine.
No,
by me.
Caleb's already going to be sending me some.
Good,
so,
good.
Yeah, he's hooked us up.
Good,
So.
good.
Well, I appreciate you coming back and talking about it and sporting Hyperfire stuff. But,
Thank you. Thank you.
all right. And what's the website again? We'll go ahead and give their website.
Both companies, it's either hyperfire.com
Well, not Hyperfire, the ammo.
caparms.com. So.
Hyperfire is going to have to get in here and pitch themselves.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
yes,
right.
definitely.
Make them do it themselves.
I'm
Good
editing
guys.
out anything we just said about Hyperfire. So.
They're really good guys. We'll get them up here.
Yeah, I'm just teasing. So, Brian.
Yeah, man.
Streamlight.
Yes.
You guys are a very well household, you're a household name.
Yeah, we've been around for about 43 years now.
Only 43.
Only 43.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good deal.
Yeah.
So, for our listeners who aren't familiar with Streamlight, let's fill them in. It's your first time on. So.
Yeah, so we are a company based out of Pennsylvania. We make all sorts of different flashlights. We make weapon-mounted lights, handheld lights. We have a variety of different lights that are going to really help that end user, whether he's a professional working in law enforcement, firefighting, military, or it's that guy spending the weekend heading out into the woods to get a buck. We've got something to get you covered and get you out there when it's dark.
There you go. So let's talk about what you got new and exciting this year at the 2017 SHOT Show.
We've got a couple things that are really pretty exciting. One, we're working on miniaturizing more of our lights. We've got we recognize that the subcompact firearm market is huge right now.
Right.
Some of the guns that are out there, like the Shields, or the Glock 42s, 43s, It's nice to be able to conceal that light on you when you're walking around during the day or at night, but it also helps to have a light on there. You know, you can't shoot what you can't identify as a threat.
Yeah. If you're gonna responsibly carry, you got to have a light too.
That's right.
Got to have a knife, a light, a gun, and some extra mags.
And there's that old adage: 2 is 1, 1 is none. I like having a handheld light, and I like having one on my pistol.
There you go.
So these new TLR6s that we came out with this year, they're 100 lumen. They have a laser on it as well. You can run either laser only, light only, or light and laser at the same time. Mm-hmm. And that 100 lumen is actually a nice little benchmark for a subcompact pistol, because it's really going to help you light up that house or anything else to identify that threat.
Right.
So nice little package on that little gun. It looks good.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Nice little package, baby. So what's the price point on those?
So retail price point, you're looking right about $100.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Now, do you have a higher lumen for that size?
No, we don't have a higher lumen right now. The one thing that we do have, flat dark earth is a pretty popular color, so you can get flat dark earth in some of the lights. Most of them are in black, but that's the only difference in any of the models right now, other than the specific guns that they go on.
So I'm running a Streamlight with my Glock 23.
Okay.
Mid-size. It's not the subcompact, and it's rocking. I think it was 400 lumen. Does that sound about right for that size?
Yeah, we
I don't know the model number on it.
Yeah, there's like a TLR3, there's a TLR1, there's a TLR1 HL.
Okay.
You have
I think
variety.
It's the 3.
Yeah. So it's putting out, I think, about 180.
It's about, it's about that long.
Mm-hmm.
Something around, and it's got the little.
That's what she said.
Flip. Yep, exactly. She said, "I wish it was that much longer." Is what she said. But I have enjoyed it. I've had it for a couple of years now, and it's flawless.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've changed the battery out on it.
Yeah, they're great lights.
It's still bright as could be.
Well, the one nice thing with the addition of these TLR6 rail mount lights that we had is that they are able to go on some of those mid-sized pistols now.
Yeah.
So you have in the past you've been restricted to that TLR3, TLR1 model light that's extending out past the muzzle. It's a little wider than the frame of the gun at some points.
Mm-hmm.
Now with that TLR6, the rail mount version, you can actually put that on a Glock 23.
Yeah.
Have a nice compact light that's back behind the muzzle.
Yeah, because this one does stick out just a little bit.
Yep.
From my 23. So I obviously when I got my holster made for it and whatnot.
Right.
But you're still gonna have to get a custom-made holster for these with the other lights, right?
Correct. There's a lot of holster manufacturers out there that already have them tooled up and they're in production. And there's already a lot of companies out there making them for the 42s, 43s, the Smiths, most popular pistols. So.
Right.
Yep.
So talk about your rifle lights you got.
So one of the things that we've been pretty excited about over the last couple of years is really trying to push towards a dual-fuel technology light. Mm-hmm. We really want to have the ability to have flashlight that's going to run off of different types of batteries, so in case you're overseas or in case you're out in the woods somewhere and all you have is a AA or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
You can put it in the light and run it.
Yeah.
So we have a rail mount 1 for our rifle light that runs on either a CR123 or a AA.
Perfect.
Whatever you have, you shove it in there and it runs.
I gotta have one of those.
Yeah. It is slick.
Yeah, because those CR123s are sometimes a bitch to find,
They're hard to find, and they can get to be expensive, so it's nice to have an alternative, right?
Yeah, I think I've been seeing the price come down on a little bit, but, still relatively speaking, they're expensive as hell.
The big brother to all these that we introduced here at SHOT this year is the ProTac Rail Mount HLX. It's a 1,000 lumen rifle light.
Whoa.
It is bright.
Is that what's shining on us right now?
Yeah, that's actually.
Is the lighting at SHOT Show sponsored by Streamlight?
That's right. Sponsored
Dude,
by
you should do
Streamlight.
that. You should do that. You should have your lights up there. It's like lighting provided by Streamlight.
We got tactical ninjas up in the rafters holding rifles down everywhere right now, lighting us all up.
We laugh. Wait until next year. They'll be doing it.
Yeah, no kidding. So, 1,000 lumen off of 2 CR123s, or you can run a rechargeable 18650 battery in there.
Okay.
So really nice for guys that are doing a lot of training. They're out doing night fire like they should be doing and getting in those repetitions in the dark. No need to burn through the CR123s all the time. You can use that rechargeable.
Right. I like the idea of having a dual system, because it just gives you options. Everybody likes options, especially in, people talk about when shit hits the fan and, the zombie apocalypse, whatever. Is everybody's trying to be compatible. Let's do 9 because there'll be more 9 out there. But if you got something that'll go
Yep.
You know, you can throw a CR123, you can throw a freaking AA, AAA, whatever, you know, boom.
Absolutely.
That's
Our most
the way to go.
popular light, I think, that's used by the military, and I used it when I was on SWAT as a police officer, is our Sidewinder Compact 2. It's a helmet light, a headlamp. It goes on your molly gear. You can put that thing anywhere you want. It runs on a CR123 or a AA or a AAA.
Right.
Whatever you got, you shove it in there, and you got some light.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool. So you got anything else you're debuting here?
A couple other modifications. Handheld light. It's the ProTag HLX. It's essentially the handheld version of that rifle light we talked about at 1,000 lumen.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got a handheld 1,000 lumen light that can run off of lithiums or rechargeable.
Nice.
So, yeah. Good
1,000 lumens.
1,000 lumens
in your hands.
Yep.
Bam.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pretty nice stuff.
It is.
And of course, if you're done shooting at the range, you got to pick up brass at the end of the night, right? Especially a good reloader. So we have a headlamp.
Got a brass magnet on this thing? Is that what you're saying?
Dude, that would be awesome.
That would be.
We got a new.
That's the next billionaire, whoever can
I tell you, man,
invent the brass magnet.
I've been trying to crack that code for years.
Yeah, right.
The new bandit headlamp that we have is it's a really lightweight, coming in at 1.4 ounces, a USB rechargeable headlamp. It's 185 lumen wide area light. You can use this thing for hunting, jogging, picking up brass after you're done shooting, anything.
Oh, that's cool.
It is a cool little headlamp.
So USB, so you could get one of those portable charger thingies.
Yep, and we make one of those too.
And just Velcro it up there with your light. When it goes dead.
Yeah, you're set.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
good stuff.
Hell yeah.
So
how can people get in touch with Streamlight? You guys have distributors, right? So you want them to go to your distributors?
Yeah, we don't sell direct. We got a bunch of distributors all over the country. All the major retailers, e-tailers online are carrying it.
Yeah.
The big box stores around the country are carrying us.
Yeah.
The best way to check out our product is going to our website, streamlight.com.
There you go.
Check everything out.
You guys got nice little presentations of all the products they can look at.
We got a really nice presentation. We actually just recreated our website. You can go on there and check out the specific beam patterns and see what a target would look like downrange by trying different beam patterns. So it really gives somebody the idea of, hey, if I'm working in an urban environment, this is how the light's going to be doing for me.
Yeah.
And if I'm working in a more rural area and I need that beam to go further, what do I pick?
Yeah.
So it's a good tool.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
And that's streamlight.com?
Streamlight.com.
Very cool. And you guys are on Facebook, Instagram, and
everywhere.
All that other stuff.
Yep.
We're everywhere. We're everywhere.
That's right. We are.
Okay. All right. So now I want to find out a little bit more about each of you, just personally, backgrounds.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with all this, with the ammo and with Hiperfire and?
For me, it was mostly a military background.
Well, you're not with Hiperfire, you're with the other company.
Yeah. Well. No, I did 5 years in the Army. 2 years National Guard. Thank you, appreciate it. I did 2 years National Guard up in Minnesota, and then did 3 years active duty as a Cav Scout in the Scout Sniper Platoon, and then I got medically retired back in 2012. I've got a very, very big background in building cars, engines, motorcycles, everything.
Motorhead.
Yep. Oh, very much. And so they pulled me in to help get everything going out in the warehouse, and then I ended up becoming the production manager and doing all the R&D for our company. So
awesome. And you've been doing that for how long now?
With Cap Arms, 2 years. 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. Okay. What about yourself, Brian?
Well, I started off as a competitive shooter back in the 80s. I shot international.
I've heard you got a pretty quick draw on you.
Yeah, I got a pretty quick draw on me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I've shot everything out there, man. I started off shooting skeet shooting, actually.
Okay.
So I was on the United States shooting team 5 times. Came pretty close to making the 2000 Olympic team. Placed in some World Cups around the world. And then back around 2000, I decided to put more of an emphasis on IPSC. Shot some 3-gun here and there and some long-range stuff. I was a police officer for 12 years, and I was a sniper for 5 years during that, and one of the lead instructors at Washington State Police Academy.
Right.
So
thank you for your service as well.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's the longest range you've hit target?
1100.
1100. What'd you use?
A 308. Yeah, it's shooting either a Remington 700 or my newest gun that I'm shooting, FN SPR A5.
Okay. You got any ammo for that?
Yeah, we do 308. That's
awesome.
Good stuff too.
There you go.
Some of that.
Okay. Did you like the special long range loads?
Yeah, we've got some stuff that's working out pretty well for that, and then we got a couple others in the works too. So.
Okay. All right. So I got a question for you.
Okay.
when it comes to pop culture, and I'm going to ask Brian this, what's your go-to? It's gun-related, whether it be a movie, a magazine, a TV show, a song, YouTube channel.
I might be dating myself a little bit here, but The Way of the Gun.
The Way of the Gun.
The Way of the Gun.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good movie, man. I go back to that whenever I need a gun fix.
Yeah, that's back there. Who was in that?
Ryan Phillippe and
Ryan.
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I remember that movie.
Yeah, good flick.
Ryan Felipe.
Yep.
I call him Felipe. It may be Philippe. I always mess that name
whatever
up.
we want to call it.
Yep. Bucket list. What's your next gotta have, want to have, gun, piece of equipment, whatever it may be?
I think myself, I'm going to be working on building myself a pretty good 2011 here for out
Oh,
of the
yeah?
range. So yeah.
Okay. Are you doing some competition also?
No,
Did I miss that?
I used to do a little bit of IDPA, but for me, it's mostly just training. I like to have good equipment. I like building it myself. So.
Okay. Very cool. And what's going to be special about it with your home build?
Mostly just the fact that I've got a little bit of a machining background too, and so it's just the tight fit, smooth operation. I'm going to be testing out some new coatings and stuff like that, kind of using my own personal project to see what we want to do for the company. So.
Okay. Very cool. Casey.
Yo.
If you could spend the day at the range with anybody, whether it's a fictional character, real person, or group, dead or alive, who'd you pick? Have I asked you this one yet?
No.
Okay. I didn't think I had.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
No, that is a good one. I'm gonna start this by saying Happy No Obama Day to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, definitely.
We threw a good go away party earlier.
I feel like I missed out on a period of our history that would have been a really cool time to live, and that was the Old West time. So
yeah,
my go-to is always for my fix. Back to the movie question, or our westerns, whether it be Clint Eastwood or Tombstone or those kinds of things. So I've never got into cowboy action. I probably should, because that may give me my fix. But I'd really like to go to the range and do cowboy shooting. I think that'd be cool.
But who would you have with you?
Clint Eastwood, man.
Clint Eastwood. Okay, there you go.
He was my guy. That was my era of growing up watching westerns. So
yeah, High Plains Drifter, Clint Eastwood, or
I got that one. I got Pale Rider.
Pale Rider, Clint Eastwood.
Hang 'em High. I've got some of the older ones too.
Everybody, look, we're gonna get her. Yeah. I like that. That's a good one. So mine, my very first one when I asked myself this question was the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
So that's back in the Western
also
days.
Old school. Yeah, good stuff.
Old school. Yeah. That was my pick. Yeah. Well, cool. Guys, thank you so much for being on.
Thanks for having us.
Always.
Yeah, Casey, you're going to hang out. I guess you guys can hang out too. I want to talk about, have we talked about Anteris? We talked about it over at Eagle, didn't we?
Yeah, Nate and I and you talked about that yesterday.
That's right. Well, never mind. Anything new since yesterday?
Well, other than we've hit, 15, 20 more companies since we talked last.
Awesome.
All through introduction too, not companies I even went out to find, but through our good friend Bill over there.
Bill knocks it out of the park.
With
Fleoa.
The cool
he
part,
was on with us too.
Yeah, the cool part is that there's nobody yet that we've talked to that says, "Hey, that's a dumb idea."
Right. Who's going to do that?
No, it's been really cool because
douchebag. That's who.
We've had a few that said, "Well, what are you trying to sell me here?" I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just telling you what we're doing, and either
trying to help your sales is what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Or it's a mutual thing. Met some really great folks this year. First year, I think we talked about this. First year without a booth. So I had a chance to run around and see things and talk to people, and it's been a really cool year. So
good.
Yeah.
Good. I think I've found a new formula for the way I'm going to start doing SHOT Show too. Is maybe like do a day on, a day off, day on, day off, maybe, or two, and then off one like I did this year, and then Friday.
You've had some cool guests this week.
Had some awesome guests.
You started off with like Carl Malone or something, didn't you?
Carl Malone's been on the show. Gary O'Neill. Legendary Ranger was on the show.
Very nice.
Man, who else? We've had all kinds of people. I mean, my mind's blown right now. It's been overwhelmed.
You have a Friday SHOT Show brain.
I do.
Means it's just a haze at this point.
And the inauguration, everything that happened this morning with Trump getting
still surreal, kind of
making it for reals now. He's our for reals.
For reals.
Presidente. But, yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go blow it out tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, we took it easy last night. No, Bill's over there laughing like, yeah, we're going to celebrate in high style.
Awesome.
One more time, Streamlight website.
Streamlight.com.
Cap Arms at caparms.com.
Cap Arms. There you go. You guys got a double plug today. So.
Nice.
I want to see 2 cases of ammo. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, let's go hit it. All right, guys, that does it for another episode of the Talking Lead podcast. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and be sure to take part in that t-shirt design contest that we're having with 1776 United. Go to 1776united.com, bottom of their page. There's a link there that says Leadhead Contest. Help us design the Leadhead logo, and you can win the awesome swag package that we talked about earlier in the show. And if you guys are going to be attending NRA, make sure you visit us at the Eagle Imports booth Friday and Saturday, 4742, and High Threat Concealment on Sunday, 2211. And as always, Leadheads, keep your loved ones close and keep those firearms closer.